Namaste, beautiful yogis. Veronique here with our January yoga tutorial video. Today we will be traveling through, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, Warrior 3. So you may want 2 blocks. Otherwise, you may want the back of a chair is a really great way to practice it, or the back of your couch, or even just against a wall. One of the things that we will be looking at is taking care that the alignment is in alignment, and then I'll meet you on the mat. So here we are. I have 2 blocks, and I'm actually also going to use the wall for the sake of this tutorial. One of the things that I really love to do is I love to press my elevated foot into the wall. That really helps gauge whether my hips are squared, and it also helps me really engage through the elevated leg. So I'll place my blocks down, and it takes a little bit of negotiating to determine how far away you should be from the wall. So take a little bit of time to kind of feel that out. So you want to make sure that you can extend your leg fully. And actually I'm going to back up a little bit so you can better see. There we go. So here is my ideal alignment for Warrior 3. I'm making like a T shape with my body. The bottom leg is the bottom of the T, and my elevated leg and my torso is the top of the T. So you could be here for some time. I'm actively pressing into the wall. So oftentimes when we're not sure, maybe the knee is bent, or we're not sure whether we can lift the leg up. Even if you're here with the ball of the foot onto the ground and the hips are squared, that's perfect. This could be your Warrior 3 for some time. And then as you build strength, maybe you start to lift that foot up, maybe you lift it up. Try not to lift it higher than the hip for the sake of this alignment particularly. And then you could be here. So I'll just show you from the other side, the standing leg, the ankle, the knee, and the hip is perfectly stacked. And then we're lifting up the opposite leg. And if it feels slippery, maybe you could try wearing shoes so that you have some traction. The other thought is those socks that have those sticky pads on it. But if you can get a nice firm push away from the wall, then you should be able to find that nice, what am I trying to say? That nice amount of stability by having the foot there. So you can stay here. If you want to start playing with the balance, maybe you bring one hand to half prayer, the other hand to half prayer. So there's a few different arm variations in Warrior 3. I quite like arms down by my side with a mudra, or just arms, fingers extended. You could have the arms extended up above you, or you could have hands at prayer. There's also many different variations, but those are sort of the 3 standard ones. You could get creative and have reverse prayer behind you. Maybe you play with an eagle arm variation. You could get certainly very creative. I'll demonstrate the 3 most common ones, and then certainly you could play with other ones at home once you feel like you have the stability in your foundation of the shape. So just to show you from the front, sometimes the key to finding the balance also is negotiating how your body likes to best come into this shape. Oftentimes We might come from it from mountain pose or maybe from a lunge. And if it's being cued breath per movement, it's really hard to get the balance. So it's really nice to practice this separate from a flow so that you can feel the alignment and the shape, and so that when it's cued in class, then you can better have a sense of where your body is moving into the shape. So I'll just step next to Bowery. You stay right there. You stay right there. So you'll find the foot that you want to start with. And then I'll start in the variation coming from mountain pose. So, and then I'll also show coming from a lunge. So from here, I like to just start to get light on the opposite foot. And then like a pendulum, I like to just start getting friendly with rocking forward. So from here, I'm sort of muscle memory trying to press my elevated foot into the imaginary wall behind me. And then once I feel like my hips are nice and squared, then bringing hands to prayer, or maybe arms alongside, or maybe extending the arms forward. Sorry, buddy. So that's something to play with when you're in your warrior three. And then I'll show on the other side, moving from that common transition of the lunge into warrior three. So when you're here, I actually like to cue it this way of, I'll say, drape your arms alongside of you, and so maybe you play with coming out of your low, or your crescent lunge rather, to lifting off from here. And so this way, it's almost like you're using the previous shape in your favor. You have the base of the standing leg forward and really, really engaged, and you've already done a lot to strengthen this quadricep. Now you're just getting lighter on the back foot, getting really clear on finding your hips nice and squared, and then maybe lingering with the arms alongside of you. So your gaze is down and in front of your mat. And then the other thing is maybe playing with the elevated foot, whether you like that foot to be flexed or pointed. Sometimes spreading the toes really wide helps activate the leg and remind you to really engage through the leg. And that's warrior three. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. Namaste.